back again with you today to share my week 3 of my 2019 Project Life Process video. So I just wanted to show you before I get started here that what I did, I had too many photos this week that were portrait style as opposed to landscape. So I just printed one of my photos with persnickety prints at 6x8 so that I could cut it down to a 4x6 in landscape. I could have edited the photo before I printed it to print landscape on a 4x6, but I just thought that would be easier, and it's like $1 for the 6x8 print, so not a big deal. So when I placed my last order, I pre-ordered a couple of weeks, so I just trimmed down that other one. So I am using the gel kit again for this week. I think I'm going to use it for 1, maybe 2 more weeks. We'll see. I still have a couple of ideas, and I still have plenty of supplies left, so it might be a couple more weeks, and then I'll start using the Lindsay kit, which I just got in, which is super exciting. So I'm going to use that title card. It says the week of, and then it's got a spot for you to stamp the dates with the 2 printed on the card. That's from Ellie Studio. I'm going to use that for this week, and then I'm also going to layer a couple of the floral acetate pieces from the Jill collection. They look beautiful. So then again, I'm going to layer that tag with that little banner piece because I did that on the last video and I loved it. So I'm going to work it in to this spread because the colors that I'm using for this week are more of black, white, and that beautiful babyish pink that they've got in the kit. So I'm just looking through, trying to figure out what I can do. I didn't feel as prepared for this week as I did with the last one. I didn't put as much thought into it before I sat down to get started. So I want to figure out some cards to use because I've got a space there. Again, I didn't have enough photos. There wasn't a lot going on this week. My youngest was sick. We went and picked up her new glasses that she picked out. And it was just cold and we really didn't do a whole lot. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with all those holes that I have. So I wanted to show you the process because it does take a while sometimes, and what you see there is not what I end up doing. I know my intent when I started my Project Life project for this year was to just stick with the Felicity Jane kits for each month and use only the supplies that were included in those kits. And my reasoning for doing that is so that way I actually use up the supplies and I'm not adding stuff back into my stash. But I don't know, for some reason the cards for this week just weren't, I wasn't feeling it. So I decided to have a look through my kind of stash of 3x4 journaling cards, and a bunch of them actually are Felicity Jane because I stocked up on them during a couple of sales that they had. So I'm just auditioning some different cards here and trying to figure out which one or ones that I want to go with. I'm not sure which kit the cards ended up being from that I ended up using, but here you can see I decided to use that Happy Little Moments, and then I've got a filler card there where I'm going to place that little layered tag. This just got some sketchy hearts on it, and then I've also picked out a journaling card over there that's got like a pink scalloped frame around it. So because it's Felicity Jane, the pink color matches perfectly with the pink that's in this kit that I'm wanting to focus on for the colors of this week. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the different cards. So again, I'm going to layer 2 of these acetate floral pieces from the Jill kit, and I'm just going to use my Zotz to stick them down. I try to audition them somewhere else, but I really like them and the way that they look on those two corners. And in the end, you can see the Zots a little bit. I tried to stick them toward the center of one of the flowers where there's more black ink. You can see them a little bit, but it really does not bother me so much. And then what I will do once I stick those down, I will just trim off the excess. So then I wanted to use this mini dated stamp set from LA Studio. The size of those dates are perfect for this card. So I wanted to do them in pink, but I wanted a pink that really matched the pink in this kit really well. So I pulled out, I don't know what color it is, but it's from Hero Arts. It's just a mini cube of pink ink, but it really stamps out quite a bit darker than I want it to. So then I tried out the gray because I thought maybe the gray would look pretty. But I ended up going with just black. Because even though I liked the gray, I wasn't going to incorporate gray really anywhere else on the layout. So I'm just going to go into my VersaFine ink. And what's funny is you see here I'm stamping February, and then I realized right at the last moment, this isn't February, this is week 3, this is still January. So I will switch that over to the January stamp, but I thought I'd try another pink. It was darker than the first one, so definitely not going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out the February for January, or maybe I don't realize that I've got the wrong month yet, but I do. I'm like waiting in anticipation. When do I figure it out? It's kind of silly. So I got my Lindsay kit in the mail this week. I am in love. I think that's when I realized, I'm like, wait a minute, that's Valentine's Day. There you go. So, anyways, the Lindsay kit I'm really excited to use. But like I said, I think I've got another week or two. And actually, I've created one other layout since working on week 3. And I still feel like I still have 1 or 2 more weeks. I don't know. I'm still going to do at least 1. Maybe I'll stretch it to 2 more weeks. I'm not sure. But it's kind of funny. I don't know what it is about the Jill kit. I love it. I love every single piece and the colors. But for some reason, like the first week, I did that golden yellow and black and white. And then the next 2 weeks, I kind of stuck more to the pink tones. And then the 4th week, I'm going to go back to that golden yellow. I don't know what it is. It's like my brain has separated out those colors for some reason, and I really didn't mix them up. But anyways, there you go. January 14th through January 20th. And as you can see, that mini dated stamp just fits perfectly in those spots that they've left us for the dates. So I'm going to get all this stuff out of my way. So now I'm going to go ahead and stick down those floral pieces. I thought about stapling them for a second, but I don't know why I didn't want to do that. So I'm trying to place those towards the center of a flower. Go ahead and stick that down. And I love the way that these end up looking layered on that title card. It just gave it just enough. So I'm going to trim those bits off, and unfortunately there just wasn't enough left of them to hang on to them for any other purpose. But there you go. I love the way that card turned out. I think it's beautiful. And then I end up breaking out those Illustrated Faith enamel hearts again. Not sure what I was looking for, but those pale pink hearts match that pink just beautifully in this collection. So I'm going to go ahead and place those down. And there you go, voila. So then this picture, the girls really weren't sleeping on the floor. They were just pretending to. It was kind of funny. My oldest daughter broke out a pad and a pen, and she made a list of all the different things that they were going to do for their party that evening. So the journaling card that I picked out, I break down what all the different activities were that they decided that they were going to do that evening. And I don't know why they wanted to just pretend like they were sleeping when it was dinner time. So I took a picture of that. And I think that stamp, it's from a Studio Calico set. It says, I believe, taking a little break. And I'm going to stamp it right on that kind of whitish space of the large pillow there. So now I'm just trying to decide if there's anything else that I want to put on there. But there's really not. I might put one of those hearts. I'm not sure. I'm really kind of going overboard with the hearts lately. They're definitely on my list of favorites. Looks like I did decide to put a white heart on there. So then this picture I took of my daughter, we went and picked up her brand new set of glasses. So I was just looking through this stamp set. I think is from the Heidi collection. And I thought about putting Hello Gorgeous on there. And I wanted to see if maybe I had a label in my little label stash that matched that pink tone, because I do have, from the past kits that I've purchased, I do have quite a bit of Felicity Jane labels in there, but none of them does the pink match that collection very well. So I decide against that, and I'm going to dip into the die cuts, and they had one that was pre-printed with You Are Beautiful, so I'm going to stick that one down with my tiny attacher. And of course I run out of staples, so I have to refill that real quick. I don't know how many are in that little pack, and it kind of frustrates me that you can't staple all the way to the end of the little row of staples. I don't know why, but that one is done. I'm trying to be a little bit more simplistic and not overload everything. Oh, I put a heart on this one too. Just gonna surprise myself over and over again. I'm done. No, wait, no, I'm not. So then this happy little moments, and you guys will see on camera, all that I add on are 2 of these puffy dots on either side of the happy, and I decide to go with the striped ones. And then later, after I complete the layout, which you probably saw in the pictures at the beginning, on my title card, it didn't say which week it was, and I really want to be purposeful and put the week number as well as the dates for the week on the cards. So with that Happy Little Moments card, I go back after I'm finished and realize I didn't have week 3 anywhere, and I will pull out some Tiny Alphas from Studio Calico that match the colors pretty well, and I add week 3 to that card. So then for this photo of the girls, my husband and I were in the kitchen getting dinner ready one night, and I looked in the living room, and there they sat on the couch under their princess umbrella. It was the funniest thing. I don't know what they were doing. So I'm going to use the gorgeous floral stamp, one of the floral stamps. It's a smaller one that was on the Jill kit. And I'm going to stamp it so that it's overhanging. Sorry for the head. So it's hanging off of the photo just a bit. And then I think I place a Tim Holtz Tiny Word sticker. I'm guessing now. It's been a couple weeks since I made this layout. I can't remember. I'm having so much fun with the 2019 Project Life. I can't imagine at the 6-month mark or the 12-month mark going back and looking through each week and just remembering all of these little moments that don't necessarily have a big story, but it's our life, you know? And these are the moments I think that are easy to forget. So it'll be kind of nice towards the middle or the end of the year to look back and just remember all those silly little moments that we had. So here it looks like I'm contemplating thinking about stamping something out on a label. Oh yes, so I do. So that was another stamp set that I recently purchased from Studio Calico, and I think it says "Loving This." So I'm going to stamp that on that pink label. And then I'm going to staple it down. It's really hard to staple, or not to staple, to stamp on the Felicity Jane labels. They're very slick, and the stamps, I find, just like to slide as soon as they hit the label. So again, putting stuff away as I go so I don't end up with a gigantic mountain of supplies by the end. So I think that stamp set that I just used, I'm going to pull in February and use quite a bit because it's definitely got a love theme. So then this photo of my youngest, poor baby, she was sick and she got to stay home from school. So I'm going to pull out these pale pink Felicity Jane letter stickers. They match really, really well. So I'm going to spell out sick. And then I'm going to stamp out girl with my typewriter font stamps. Right, and stamp that right underneath sick. So it's going to say sick girl. And I'm going to use some Moonlight White ink, which stamps just beautifully. I tried a couple of other white inks, and they just they don't work near as well as that Moonlight White does. So I think I was going to do baby. So I was going to say sick baby, but I don't know if I have two B's. And the B's, the D's, and the P's, and the Q's all look very similar. And I just wasn't, that sounds so lazy. I wasn't trying to figure out which ones were which. So I just did girl, and I wanted to make sure that there wasn't any black ink on any of the letters that I had, since I'm going to stamp it with white. So you'll see, I was trying to be conscious and keep my head out of the shot for that one. You'll see how well my ink stamps. See? It's perfect. I could not be happier. And it really doesn't take that long to dry. I mean, this photo is like more than halfway through my layout. And it was dry by the time I got done, which was pretty impressive. So I'm going to put all of those. And then I think I'm going to add a heart sticker to that one as well. And then for this photo, I just took this on the way to work one morning. There was still some snow. We've had a lot of snow this year. This winter's been really bad. So I'm going to pull out, I think again that's the Heidi stamp set, and there is a stamp that says Pretty Amazing. So I'm just going to stamp it in black down on the road. It's hard to see it in the video, but in person you can definitely see it a lot more. So I'm getting really excited. I'm getting my bank account ready to start making some purchases. I definitely want to buy some of Maggie Holmes' new collection, Sunny Days, that's getting ready to come out. I've been stalking scrapbook.com for that collection to hit the shelves like every day. And then Paige Evans is getting ready to release her new collection, Horizon, and I'm really excited about both of those, so I cannot wait to get those in and start creating. So again, just stamped Pretty Amazing with my black StazOn ink. I'm going to be sure to clean my stamp well and then dry it off. I bought one of the Lawn Fawn stamp chamois, but I've yet to use it. I just keep using baby wipes. So before I put my stamps back into the package, I like to stamp it off on just a plain piece of paper a little bit, just to dry it off before I put it back in the packaging. So here's that filler card that I picked with all the hearts, and I'm going to layer that little pink Worth It banner on top of the black and white buffalo check miniature tag, and then I'm going to use some of that pale pink embroidery floss to stick through the little hole of that little miniature tag. And I love the way this looks. The combination of those two chipboard pieces is just so cute. So you'll have to tell me down below which collection that's coming out from Creativation this year is your favorite. Which one do you think that you have to buy? So many of them are just so cute. So I'm going to stick that down. And I love the way that this card ends up looking. Perfect to showcase that little tiny tag. It's so cute. So then this journaling card, trying to decide what I can stamp at the top of it. I think I end up just using the typewriter font stamps, and I stamp out party, I believe. So that was my daughter's list that she made for the party. Do you see that? She spelled party, P-R-D-E-Y, party. She's so cute. So then I'm just going to use the heart that was in the Jill stamp set to stamp out 12 different kind of bullet points, and then I'm just going through and listing them. She had the 3 marker challenge, and then they were doing stickers, and then cheese balls, and then a dance party. They were going to watch SpongeBob on TV, a blanket party, a stuffed animal party, a pajama party, a pillow fight. They're going to watch a movie, and then it was so sweet. The last 2 things she has down is to kiss mom and kiss dad. They are the sweetest little girls. So I just wanted to document what the perfect night for my 5 and 6-year-old looks like. So there you go. So I will keep my daughter's list for her party, her little party agenda. I just end up folding it up and tucking it in one of the 4x6 pockets at the top. So I'm thinking about putting more hearts on that card. Not that it really needs it, because it has 12 of them going all down the side. But it looks like I'm going to put 2 of the striped hearts on either side of where I've stamped out party at the top. So that is it, you guys. Here's a close-up of my week 3 project life. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below how you're doing with your 2019 project life, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.